Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Kalpana Singh, and the lecture is Compton effect. Now, I start my lecture. Professor A.H. Compton observed that when a beam of monochromatic radiation strikes a target, it splits into two parts. First one is scattered photon and another is recoil electron. Scattered photon has a greater wavelength as compared to recoil electron, while recoil electron has the same wavelength as an incident photon. Then this type of phenomena is known as Compton effect. Now we come to next slide, that is explanation. Now we explain how Compton effect work. The explanation was given by Compton, which was based on quantum theory of light. According to quantum theory, when photon of energy h nu strikes with the substance, some of the energy of photon is transferred to the electron. Therefore, the energy of photon reduces and the wavelength increases. Now, various assumptions were made for explaining the effect. These were: first one is Compton effect is the result of interaction of an individual particle and free electron of target. Now, second, the collision is relativistic and elastic. Now, third one is the laws of conservation of energy and momentum hold good. Now, we come to the third slide, that is the diagram of a Compton effect. This one is incident photon strikes a target electron which is at rest. When electron strikes a target, now it splits into two parts, recoil electron and scattered photon. Now recoil electron making an angle theta and scattered photon make an angle phi. Now it is categorized in this slide. Now next slide is, now we come to next slide, the energy of the system before collision and then the energy of the system after collision. According to the principle of conservation of energy, we know that h nu plus m naught c square is equal to h nu dash plus mc square. Now by simplifying we get this equation as a form: mc square is equal to h nu minus h nu dash plus m naught c square. Now we give the equation number first. Now according to the principle of conservation of linear momentum along and perpendicular to the direction of incident photon, that is along x and y axis, we have an equation: h nu by c plus 0 is equal to h nu dash by c cos phi plus mv cos theta. Now mv cos, simplifying above equation, we get mv cos theta is equal to h nu minus h nu dash cos phi. This equation is equation number 2, and 0 is equal to h nu dash by c sin phi minus mv sin theta. In the x components we can get this equation. Now mvc sin phi, by simplifying we get mvc sin theta is equal to h nu dash sin phi. Now squaring equation number first and second we get, and then adding we get m square v square c square is equal to h nu minus h nu dash cos phi का whole of square plus h nu dash sin phi का whole of square. Again simplifying this equation we get m square c v square c square is equal to h nu square plus h nu dash square minus 2 h nu dash cos phi. Now squaring equation we get, and multiplying both sides by c square we get m square c square minus m square v square c square is equal to m naught c to the power 4. Using equation 1.8, equation 7 becomes 0 is equal to h nu dash cos phi minus 1 plus 2 m naught c square h nu minus h nu dash 2 h nu dash into 1 minus cos phi is equal to 2 m naught c square h nu minus h nu dash. Now simplifying above equation we get nu minus nu dash upon nu dash is equal to h upon m naught c square 1 minus cos phi. Subtracting equation above equations we get m square c to the power 4 minus m square v square c square is equal to m naught square c to the power 4 plus 2 h nu dash cos phi minus 1 plus 2 m naught c square h nu minus h nu dash. According to the theory of relativity, we know that m is equal to m naught upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. So m square is equal to m naught square 1 minus v square upon c square. Now m square into 1 minus v square upon c square is equal to m naught square. Then m square c square minus m square v square is equal to m naught square c square. Now 1 upon nu dash minus nu is equal to h upon m naught c square into 1 minus cos phi. To find the relation in term of wavelength, let us substitute nu is equal to c by lambda. We get delta lambda is equal to lambda dash minus lambda is equal to h upon m naught c into 1 minus cos phi. This is a Compton shift. Delta lambda is equal to h upon m naught c 1 minus cos phi. From above equation, following conclusions can be drawn. The wavelength of the scattered photon lambda is greater than the wavelength of the incident photon lambda. Delta lambda is independent of the incident wavelength. Delta lambda have the same value for the all substance containing free electrons. Now delta lambda only depend on the scattering angle. Now let us consider when cos phi is equal to 0 and cos phi is equal to 1, then Compton shift delta lambda is equal to lambda dash minus lambda, that becomes equal to 0, then lambda dash is equal to lambda. The scattered wavelength is same the incident wavelength in the direction of incident. When now next case, when phi is equal to 90 degree, then Compton shift delta lambda is equal to lambda dash minus lambda, that becomes equal to h upon m naught c. So delta lambda is equal to h upon m naught c, that becomes equal to 0.0242 angstrom. When case third, when phi is equal to 180 degree, then Compton shift delta lambda is equal to 2 into h upon m naught c, that becomes equal to 0.0465 angstrom.